welcome back. It is your girl, the makeup phase. So happy you're joining me in for this new summer look. So this is gonna be an actually quick look. It shouldn't take you anything more than 15-20 minutes. And it will have you out the door and ready to take on the summer days, the summer nights. It won't take you forever to achieve this look, and it's really simple. It's appropriate for all ages, so I really hope you guys enjoy this look. So today I'm going to be featuring the Sculptor highlight and contour palette. So I actually received this in my BoxyCharm and I instantly fell in love with it. So it is 4 shades, so it's 2 highlighters and 2 contour shades. And it's perfect, of course, for the summer. It's perfect for any time of year. It's easy to use. It provides a lighter shimmer shade, it provides a darker shimmer shade or highlight, and then the same thing. So it's really great for most skin types or skin tones, and I've quite enjoyed it, and this is going to be the main feature of my look, is only using this particular palette. So let's get started. I'm gonna start by using the Coola Mineral Primer. I mentioned this one in my last video and how much I really enjoyed it and how perfect it is for the summer. So I'm gonna put this all over our face. Oh, it goes on like a dream. So I do have to say, if you do have the full-size bottle, shake it first, because sometimes the stuff inside begins to separate. So you just want to shake it fully through, just so everything mixes up. If not, it's going to come out watery when you try to put it on, and you're not getting the actual heart of the ingredients. So now that we're done with this, we're going to move on to the foundation. So my holy grail go-to, using Nars, the Velvet Matte Skin Tint with SPF. Now I'm gonna take the blending brush by Mikasa. It's a new brand and they create very vegan-friendly brushes. I've gotten a chance to try this one out, and I'm going to actually, these are the brushes, most of the brushes that I'm going to be working with is by this particular company. So far, this one I have really liked. It's a nice flat top and it's perfect for blending your foundation in. So let me get the Prep+Prime Fix Plus by MAC. So I'm gonna spray this actually on my blender, well, the brush. This will help smooth everything out. So I always say start with kind of dabbing motions, just to kind of press all the foundation into the skin before you begin to blend it. So now that it looks like we're all fully blended, let's move on to the concealer. So I'm going to be going in with the LA Girl Pro Conceal, and this is the yellow corrector. Now with a damp beauty blender, I'm going to blend this all in. So next I'm going to follow it up with a Prep+Prime highlighter, and this is in Bright Forecast. Just going to dab a little bit on, and then go back with the beauty blender. So now we're all done. We just need to set it. I'm going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me pressed powder. It's the Matte+Poreless, and this is in Natural Beige. So next, I don't know, I didn't have that here. So next we're gonna go in and do the fun part, which is the eyes. So then I'm gonna go in with the eyeshadow primer. This one's by Urban Decay. It is the eyeshadow primer potion. It is one of my favorites and go-tos. So I'm gonna put a little bit on the middle finger, so you can see. And I'm just gonna take a little bit, swirl it around, and gently pat it on my eyelid. I'm doing this because I want the highlighter and contour to stick and for it to be very predominant and in place. So I'm going to start with the original, which is this nice beautiful light shade. Originator, excuse me, is this beautiful light shade in the palette. And I'm going in using the Mikasa E230 brush, which is a nice little flat brush, which is easy to get the shimmer packed on, well, the highlighter packed on, and smooth on the eyelid. And I'm going to take it all the way up to the brow. So you can see how shimmery, you can see what a difference it's already made. You can see already both of them how light this really is, and in person you're gonna see even more how shimmery it is. And this brush is not even wet, so it is nice and pigmented, which is great. After that, I'm gonna go in lightly with the smudge brush and get the Inventor, which is this still slightly darker contour shade. And this one is the E310, also by Mikasa. So I'm going to take a little bit at a time and just put this into my crease. So next I'm going to go in with a blending brush, and this is also by Mikasa. This is E330. And I'm just going to blend this out. So you can see what a nice little contour it's already creating. It's also incorporating a nice shimmer into the contour color, which is what we want. We want to keep this very bright and shimmery the entire time. So I'm going to go back to that same shade, the Inventor, and I'm going to add a little bit more with my smudge brush. And then reblend. So now that this is fully blended out, I'm going to go back into the Pearl palette and I'm going to actually grab more of the Originator and I'm going to repack it on into the lid just below my crease. So I want to keep this shimmer in. And then we're going to reblend it out. So it's looking so great. It's looking so beautifully. I'm gonna retouch up this eye because I'm noticing I'm losing a little bit, but not by a lot. So I'm just gonna use whatever I have left over on my smudge brush. And I'm just gonna fill it in. And blend. So we're gonna blend it out beautifully. Look how nice that is. It's simple, it's not harsh on the eyes. Looks great. Let me go in a little bit more. This eye, for whatever reason, seemed to not catch as much. It's okay. Alright, so now that we have both of these done, I'm going to go in with whatever's left over in the smudge brush, and I'm going to add a little bit to my lower eye, as well as add more of whatever's left over here to the other part of the inner eye. So it looks like we're mostly done with this look. Next up, we're gonna move on to the contour. So using our same palette, I'm gonna go in with the Inventor and I'm going to add it to the hollows of the face, to the forehead, and to the jawline. So taking my usual kabuki brush, nice and flat at top. So when I say use below or in the hollows of the cheeks, I should correctly say find the cheekbone and just below the cheekbone, put it right there. So now I'm going to go in with an angle fluffy brush, and this one is by Sedona Lace. This is definitely one of my main go-tos. As you can tell, it's nice and angled, and I'm just going to blend out this contour. I'm going to go in with another flat brush, and this one is Mikasa, and this one's the E250. So it's a nice little flat brush that you can use, and I'm going in and I'm going to take a little bit more of the Inventor, and I'm just going to lightly line the nose because I felt like it didn't really do it well. Good job with the kabuki brush. So I'm going to add a little bit because this is a very dark color. line how I want my nose to essentially look. Okay, so now that that's done, a little blemish here. I'm going to go in with my blush, and I'm going to stick to the apples of my cheeks, and if you happen to not have the apples of your cheeks, go with the cheekbone. So the blush that I'm using today is the Estée Lauder Signature Silky Powder Blush, and this is Radiant Peach. Definitely one of my favorites. And I'm using the Luxie 522 Tapered Highlighter, which is a nice fluffy brush. It's one of the usual ones that I use. So make sure to get plenty of that and then lightly dab one side. Nice pretty glow. This thing is driving me crazy. And next we are going to move on to our highlight. So the highlighter I'm going to use is also in the Pur palette, and it's the Trailblazer right here. It's a little darker, which I wanted to be much more of a sun glow versus a very bright glow. And I'm actually going to use a nice little fluffy brush here. I wish I could tell you where this was from, but I've had this brush forever. So I'm going to take that, put a little more than I wanted. Some of the excess, and I'm actually going to put it in between where my eye is and where we had our blush, and I'm just going to sweep, and on the other side sweep. So you can already see what a shimmer it's already creating, and I'm just lightly brushing it on. So I'm going to take it here too. We're going to create a V of shimmer. Next, I'm going to take a nice fluffy brush just to kind of blend it a little bit more all in. Actually, you know what? I'm actually going to use a highlighter brush. And it's a little bit nice and pointed to get into those corners, just to kind of take off any excess. This one is the Mikasa. This is the F120, and it's perfect for just getting in there. And I'm just going to use it just to wipe off any excess and kind of blend in a sense. So I'm going to go back to my highlighter. I'm going to take off some of the loose powder that kind of sprinkled when I was taking it earlier, and I'm just going to put it on my finger, and I'm going to use it on the center of my nose. So I normally like to use my, particularly this finger. I feel like it grabs a smaller amount and it's easier to lightly apply versus my index finger. Put it on the Cupid's bow. Alright, and I'm just gonna dust off any excess. Make sure we all blend. So all I'm using is a nice, just big, powdery, fluffy brush. This one's also by Mikasa. This is the F100, so you can tell it's just nice, big, soft. Fun to rub over your face anyways. Okay, and then I'm gonna start with the brows. So this time I'm only going to use the NYX Tinted Brow Mascara. I'm just gonna line it first, and then I'm going to go in and just gently brush it through. So I want to create a very natural brow look. So I'm just gently combing it over, and then I'm going to brush it up. I don't know what is up with my voice today, but you're having all kinds of issues. So as you can see, I'm just creating a nice feathery, very natural brow look. Let's do this on the other side. So I think that we're almost done. I feel like this one's so much thicker. I don't know why. Alright, so now that we're done with the brows, I'm going to go in with the nice little flat brush that I used before to put on the Inventor, or Originator, excuse me. And I'm going to dust a little bit off, and I'm going to add a little bit of the Trailblazer to the arch of my brow, just to create a little bit more definition. That with that. So I've created a little bit more highlight in the brow. So next, now that we've completed most of the look, I'm gonna go in with the Founder, which is a much darker shade down here. And I'm gonna put that just lightly in the crease and then blend, and then we should be good to go. So a little bit, nothing crazy, just because I want to continue adding a little bit more definition. And I'm actually not putting it over the full crease, I'm just keeping it to the outer edge. And then go in with the blending brush. So now we have completed this. Final step, mascara. So normally I go with the falsies, but because we're doing a really quick look, I want to implement the mascara use. So normally my little rule of thumb is at minimum I use 2 different mascaras. This time I'm going to be using 3. So I'm going to be using a primer, and my primer is by Benefit. It is the They're Real Tinted Primer. Next is the Maybelline Great Lash. This is one of the originals that they came out with. It's recognizable in any grocery store, Ulta, you name it. And then my final one is by Milk. This one is Kush Mascara. I actually received this in my Sephora Play box, and I am in love. So this is my finisher. This is going to give me the wow effect. So I always say you should have a primer for your lashes as well. This will help comb them out, get them prepped. This is also great for a no makeup look. It doesn't leave them unnaturally black or any other kind of color. It keeps them very natural and looking great. So all I'm doing is just combing through, getting them prepped for the next step. So most people think I'm crazy when I do this, or doing like 4 different mascaras, but yes, I do use 4 different mascaras to get a really great look because of the bristles or the spoolie per se. They're all different and they're all great for certain reasons. And if you use them in the correct order, your lashes will look fantastic and almost look like you're wearing falsies, but they're your own natural ones. I do have to put a disclaimer here. My lashes are naturally curled, so I don't use an eyelash curler, but if you do have straight lashes, I'd recommend doing this and then putting an eyelash curler to make really curl. So if you notice, as I'm putting this on, I'm working at the base of the lash and moving outwards. If you really want to extend your lashes and comb them out, I highly recommend it. I will say yes, there's going to be moments where you do stab yourself in the eye. It happens, but if you want to achieve the correct look for your lashes, you have to do it. That is the correct way to do it. If not, it'll never go the way you want it to. I know it may be a little uncomfortable, but don't be afraid. Again, those things happen. You're gonna get mascara in your eyes sometimes. No big deal. So this is my comber with mascara. So you can tell my lashes are gonna start getting darker. This is also a nice extender. So I'm pulling them out. I'm getting them nice and lengthened. Excuse me. Before I finish them up and thicken them. So I lightly go over my lower lashes. I want to keep them little babies, I don't want to pull them too far out. The point is to keep them small, but keep your upper lash large. And so next is the finisher. So next is the finisher, and this is where the Milk Kush lash comes in. So the reason why I call this the finisher is because it's a nice thick spoolie brush, as you can see. And it's good for thickening, and it's good again for being your finished thing. So your lashes should be combed, they should be completely extended. Now this is just going to thicken them up. So I like to also rotate the brush as I'm going against my lashes so that I'm getting as much product as I can onto my lashes.
Beautiful, but still very subtle. It's presentable, but it's not over the top. Now, if
you just want to spice this look up, you can also opt for the falsies. There's nothing wrong with that. I just wanted to keep this look quick, and I feel like mascara is so much quicker for me to apply versus putting a falsie on. Granted, I've gotten way better at it. And to finish it all, we are going to do our lip. So I'm going to go in with the Revlon, not sure what it is, Revlon Ultra HD Lip Lacquer, and this is in Sunstone. This is a nice like little shimmery peach, but I'm actually not going to keep it like this. I'm going to put it on and then I'm going to take a little bit off because I want the nice glow of the peach color without it being so metallic. And as you'll see, it's really bright. Told you it was bright. So all I'm gonna do is take, this is just a little piece of tissue paper, and I'm just gonna put my lips into it just to take off most of this really intense color. So you can already see what a difference it made. This is what it looks like. But I want it to be a little bit more softer. If you still feel like it's too much, you can honestly go in and dab a little bit off. But it'll certainly lighten it up a lot, but it'll still give you that nice little peachiness, a little touch of color onto your lips, and it's perfect for your summer looks. Itchy. And this is the complete look, so it's not hard to accomplish. It's really easy. You really don't use a lot of products to achieve this look. This is obviously your main and key factor, is this palette here. What can I say? I mean, it's simple, it's easy to use, and it creates a nice little glow summer look, or I mean any time of year, honestly. I really love their highlighters. It's probably one of my most favorite parts about the entire palette, and the fact that it's all in one. So you can do an eye look, you can do a face look, however you want to shape it, it's really up to you, which is why I like this palette so much. So if you found this video helpful and inspirational, give me a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe and then follow me on Themakeupphase. I love getting new followers and I love being able to help you guys in any way I can. So don't forget to give me any great feedback. I love it. Help me improve. And that's everything for now, love. So bye. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your week. I appreciate you guys. Bye.